day, everyone! We have made it to day 7. That means we're already 1 week into 31 days of Halloween. Oh my god.
Wow!
Lucky for you, we are ending week 1 with a look that is pretty difficult. But I believe in you and I will walk you through it, so let's go. Starting with Mehron's Paradise White, I will be painting the blueprint for this entire look on my face. Well, actually, white print, if you want to get literal. We are using white because it's going to also be used as our highlight in just about a minute. So boom, we got 2 birds with 1 stone. Now this look is very geometric, obviously, so we really have to put on our thinking cap. Imagine that your face has become like a Porygon from Pokemon. You're still gonna have highlights and shadows, but just imagine that every curve on your face is actually an angle instead of rounded. So let's take your temples for example. On this part of your face, your skull begins to curve and creates a new plane. We're gonna take that curve at your temples and create a sharp corner to your forehead. Now do this to your entire face. And obviously, some of those lines will be fabricated. Just try not to make things look too much like shattered glass. But we also don't just want large pieces. Put in a good variety of small and large. The small pieces will go around your eyes and your facial features, and then the larger pieces will go on your forehead and your cheeks. Another good example of having sharp angles is on your jawline. You know, moving down your lower jaw, that's going to be a major angle in this look. So once we are all mapped out, it is time to throw in the shadows and the highlights. Starting with highlights, choose the triangles that will 100% be reflecting the most light. Your cheekbones are one of them. Most likely your forehead will be pretty bright, and your chin, well, if it's as large as mine is, okay. Now for our shadows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette in medium. This palette is the real MVP for this look. Without it, I would have been a mess. Now this is where things get pretty difficult. And a tip that I can give you is each triangle is not simply going to have a gradient from brown to white. We still want to appear human. So we need to mix in the pink and we need to mix in the lighter skin tones as well. If you have a triangle that is only using 2 colors, then it's probably not finished yet, okay? You gotta use more than just brown and white or it's not gonna be believable. Another tip you will find out while painting is that the illusion starts to really reveal itself once most of the harsh white lines have been covered up from our blueprint. Now that may seem tricky because some of those white lines are necessary for the highlight, and that's when you really have to think about it and imagine where your hypothetical light source is coming from. You'll get the hang of it, just really take a look at each triangle and think, does this line help create the illusion, or is it taking away from it? Angles are created by having harsh highlights bordering harsh shadows, and now that's why you notice on my temples and my cheekbones that there's an extreme contrast. For the neck, I'm using the smallest amount of blue with brown because our neck is mostly covered in shadows. And I know that this is a lot to take in, but trust me, when you're actually doing it on your face, you can really feel, I don't really like that, or yes, that looks good. You know, you have your own judgment, and it's probably right. Once you get near the end, you gotta create the angle on the top of your head and also add final touches. Now this may include replacing some of the highlights that we took away, or it may mean darkening some of the shadows. But once you're done, then you're done. You are now a beautiful stained glass window. Bless. And that is all that we have for week 1. Make sure you subscribe because tomorrow we start the 7 deadly sins and you do not want to miss that, trust me. Bye.